Well, the National Parks Board of Singapore, they set up a competition in early 2006. I think about 77 teams from around the world put forward their teams. By September of 2006, we'd learned that we'd won the competition and been appointed to master plan and develop ideas for Bay South, which was the largest piece of the Gardens by the Bay project. The brief at some level was very simple. It was basically they want to make one of the most amazing tropical gardens in the world and make the best outdoor recreational space for Singapore. No small feat.
Bay South, which is at the heart of Gardens by the Bay, is a new urban park for Singapore, right in the centre of the extended downtown Singapore. There are 10 specific themed gardens. And what I love about all of them is that they're rich in their diversity and they're mixed in their character.
We want these gardens to really showcase environmental technologies and contemporary thinking about how we manage our natural resources. At the heart of the project, we created the Super Tree Grove. We came down on the idea of let's use the orchid. The national flower of Singapore, it's the most cosmopolitan plant species in the world.
I suppose the super trees presented one huge challenge, not only in terms of their design and engineering, but also because they were embedded with innovative environmental technology, as well as being these extraordinary vertical gardens. And they now house over 163,000 plants.
The day, it is this sort of visual spectacle of these giant structures. At night, it's transformed into almost a sort of magical, strange place, which we hope will become a real destination for everybody.
Both conservatories house plants from every continent on the planet, apart from Antarctica.
The Cool Dry Conservatory, or the Flower Dome, is really about the Mediterranean region. It's about an amazing collection of flowers, scents, and the cultural properties of plants from those regions. The Cool Moist Conservatory, or the Cloud Forest Dome, is much more about a tropical cloud forest environment.
The Cool Moist Conservatory houses the largest indoor man-made waterfall. At over 30 metres high, it will form a real focus.
This sort of immersion in a jungle on the side of a mountain. Our job was really to allow people to enjoy the spectacle of the spaces, but also to make the point that these places are quite different. Gardens by the Bay, really sort of just is on a plate. This is what Singapore is about. I really believe that great landscape architecture is about making spaces, places, landscapes, gardens that people enjoy, they relate to, and they go away thinking about them.
It seemed to be one of those projects where people and circumstances just came together at the right time and have really created something very special and extraordinary for Singapore.
Gardens by the Bay is a 21st century botanic garden. It's here for the people of Singapore and is a major tourist attraction for people around the world coming to Singapore. It's about 54 hectares in size, set in Marina Bay on the edge of sort of Singapore's new development area. There are two cooled conservatories. One of them is called the Flower Dome, and that supports a collection of plants from Mediterranean regions of the world, including from the tropical montane regions. The other major feature that you see are the super trees. There are 18 of these structures that are basically vertical gardens supporting tropical plants. They provide biodiversity, there are nesting sites, they are venting for the conservatories. The key inspiration was being in the Valley of the Giants in southwest Australia, where you have these enormous karri trees. and an aerial walkway. So it's just an amazing three-dimensional experience within a beautiful forest. So all in all, they're just really integrated design. It's about beauty, to create a beautiful, amazing structure that's doing some environmental work too. For the theme gardens, we wanted to put a spotlight on two key themes. One is plants and people, the relationship between different cultures of Singapore and the plants that they enjoy and love. Also, to look at plants and the planet, the idea of what is the significance of plants and forests to us as human beings and the planet in this age of climate change and biodiversity loss. It's really hard to pick one particular bit that is my favourite, but if I had to do that, I think it would be the cloud forest. It is, at one level, an extraordinary raw spectacle. You go in and see the waterfall, then you get into this sort of three-dimensional space full of plants. You're immersed in the mist, climbing up, walking through. It's such a wonderful, rich experience. I think it really encapsulates everything we're trying to do here. I think the main innovation in Gardens by the Bay is the approach to integrated planning and design for the whole project. And I think for Singapore, it's almost like a landmark, significant project, portraying Singapore as the city in a garden. For me, personally, what I'm interested in is how do we connect people with the natural world? How do we create this amazing fusion of nature, technology, art? And I hope Gardens by the Bay captures a bit of that.